Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Walking This Way Impact Woods podcast. I am your host, Furman Jackson Jr., broadcast live from the DFW. That's Dallas Fort Worth, Texas. I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope everybody had a very great, productive day. And most importantly, just thank everybody for tuning in with us on this great Tuesday evening. Very excited to be back with y'all one more time here on the Walking This Way Impact Woods podcast. So, like I said, once again, hope everybody's having a great, productive Tuesday, and that's what it's all about. And like I said, I'm very excited to have my guest with me this evening here on the Walking This Way Impact Woods podcast. I had on here years ago when I was on Blog Talk. So it's been about a few years, and reached out to me to be on here on tonight's episode. Very excited to have my guest with me here with me in the studio. Trish B, welcome to Walking This Way's Impact Woods podcast.
Hey, and thank you for having me on. I most definitely appreciate you.
And I appreciate you taking time out your productive schedule to be with me. I know you have a lot of great things you're doing back home. I know you're still doing music. You have your new podcast that you just it should be when you already started a new podcast, right?
Yes, well, I had my podcast used to be Tea with Trish B, the lifestyle of the Tea with Trish B, but I switched it over to Win Like a Champion podcast. So it's still the same podcast. I just kind of like shifted the name for this season.
Okay, that's what's up. Elaborate on that right quick on the new podcast, of course. What can people expect when they tune in to hear the new podcast?
Yeah, so the reason for the shift with the new podcast, Win Like a Champion, I feel like we are in a season, when everybody pretty much can go ahead and feel like in life it's time for a change. Because sometimes we be so used to doing things the same way, or having the same routine, to the point where it's like sometimes we feel like we cannot win, we cannot make it. We be stagnated, like stuck in one place. So that's how I came up with Win Like a Champion.
And we know most definitely that's what it's all about. Winning like a champion mindset. We say all the time, no, I'm a champion, I'm a winner, I'm a conqueror. But at the same time, do we actually believe those things that we speak of ourselves? And a lot of times we be shaking over our beliefs where we are influenced about what's around us, that may be negative, or that we may be influenced about words that people may say to us, to the point that we have to, I'm going to say, break the algorithm, of course. And that may seem, and that's a big thing to be, to think like a champion, win like a champion every day in our professional lives as well in our personal lives. And I know that that's what it's all about. So where can we go and listen to the podcast?
Well, I usually post the podcast is on my social media platform, which is my Facebook page. It is called Win Like a Champion podcast, or either sometimes, like I said, I'm posting it on my personal account, which I go by Patricia Bennett, Trish B.
And that's what's up right there. I know you're doing music, so how is the music coming along? Any new singles, any new albums that we should be looking out for?
I'm actually working on some new music. I was actually working on a single called Get Up.
Also, and what's the
Single called Get Up. I'm sorry about that.
nigga?
And get up is like like I said, getting up and coming out of your situation, because like I said, a lot of times when things happen in our life, we seem to stray away, or we seem to get distracted, because like I just recently lost my father last year. And I was born and raised as a PK. My father was actually my apostle, my bishop, and so on. So it really broke me after the death of my father. So I kind of like got in a place in my life in a season where I kind of like almost gave up and kind of like fell back from doing a lot of the things I was doing. So God constantly deals with me in dreams and visions, stuff like that. So I'm like, no, I came too far to give up now. I came too far to stop. So the new song, the single that I'm working on is called Get Up. Pretty much getting up from where I left off at.
And that's what's up right there. And I'm glad that you keep fighting a good fight of faith, of course. And I got to give a big shout out to Michelle Little in the comment section. Big shout out to her. She said, "Win like a champion" podcast. So got to give a big shout out to her as well, also. And we know that that's the most important thing, to think like a champion, be a champion, and to always be like a champion in our lives. To always want to break the algorithm, as they say, and think highly of ourselves. Think successful for ourselves, believe in ourselves, and most importantly, be keen on being that conqueror as well. Also, I know that's what it's all about, man. To really be a champion in everyday life, to really embrace who you are, to really be who you are, be who God created you to be, and that's the beautiful thing about it, also as well. So it's like you're doing a lot of great things, Trish, as well. I know you keeping up the good work and stuff like that. So besides the music and the podcast, what else been going on?
Well, yeah, I have like some other things going on, like as far as my the Rise Up show, and then my business, which I just had a grand opening for my cosmetic line. But right now, I'm just mainly focusing on music and building up the podcast for winning like a champion.
And that's what's up on that as well. Let's talk about congratulations on your cosmetic line. What's the name of your cosmetic line? Where can the listen audience go and purchase your cosmetics?
The name of my cosmetic line is called TB Luxuries.
Okay, TV, that's what's up right there. Hey, before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and after our commercial break, we're gonna jump right back into our topic of discussion.
Write your next hit stage play with Sheena D.
What up, everybody? How you feeling? Yours truly, Stretch 6 Phenomenon from WHUR on the set of this wonderful play that we just witnessed for a two-day event called Crucified.
I knew it was the boy. I don't like him. I don't want him. No,
Writer, director, and producer of hit stage play Crucified. Backed by popular demand.
I gotta say, this was a great piece of work.
Damn! Oh, how you gonna be that chocolate with all the muscles and your grill messed up? Come on. Oh my God! It's like finding a Snicker with no nut. I know, baby. I know. Come on.
What are you waiting for? Head over to sdhentertainment.com now to sign up.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back here on Walking This Way's Impact Wars podcast. I am your host, Furman Jackson Jr. We're broadcasting once again here in the DFW, that's Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. I hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. We know that this is July the 25th, 2023. We already in the 7th month. We got to get ready to go into the 8th month of 2023. We have to ask ourselves, are we satisfied where we at, or do we know we need to progress more? And I know, Trish, we all are working to make it. We always striving towards perfection. And we know that we want to live a life that's worth meaningful. I believe that we can't create the life that we want to live. The Bible lets us know that our gifts make room for us. God gave everybody a gift. It's up to us to utilize our gift. I don't believe that we should not live a defeated life. I do not believe that we should live a suck life. I believe that we should live a very fulfilling life, not just for us, but for our children as well. What do you have to say about that?
I'm sorry, I couldn't like hear you because on my end you blanked out a little bit.
Okay, now what I was talking about, what I was saying that we are already going into the 8th month, 2023.
Uh huh.
And we have to ask ourselves, are we satisfied where we at, or do we feel, or do we need to progress more? We get excited about the first of the year, and then we go through this drought or maybe get mediocre. But it's all about fighting a good fight of faith. And I say this all the time too, that people
Uh huh.
want to be success, but they want to be comfortable where they at. They want the success, but they
Right.
want to be comfortable at the same time. And God gave everybody a gift. The Bible said that our gift should make room for us. I don't believe we should not live a suck life. I do not believe that we should live a defeated life. We should live a life worth fulfilling, a life worthwhile, Not only that, that we could be able to pass it on to our children, and that's what I was speaking of, about earlier. And just your podcast, win like a champion, and that should be like an everyday lifestyle, win like a champion.
Yeah. Yeah, so I
And
feel like we should never to answer your question, I feel like we should never get comfortable where we are at, or should never, get satisfied to where we at, because life don't stop. Like life is always constantly changing. You're changing careers, changing lifestyles or whatever. So no, I don't. I feel like you should never get comfortable, because there's always room for growth and improvement. And then, like, just like the seasons change, sometimes God may be calling you into another season, and sometimes you also elevate, and it could be a time for elevation to move to something totally different.
yeah, I totally agree 1,000%. Because we're supposed to evolve. Some people stop evolving at a certain stage in their life, but we should always evolve. It's just like if you want to lose weight, you have to put in the necessary steps to lose weight. Faith without works is dead. If you want to get better financially, you have to make the necessary steps to get better financially. Faith without works is dead. If you wanted to enhance your business, whatever, you have to take the necessary steps to do these things. Faith without works is dead. We hear a lot of time individuals, I won't say people, but individuals a lot of times say, I have faith. But where your works at? You know, we can speak, I say I got faith all day, but if not willing to put in the work, then I'm just deceiving myself. The Bible tells us that we deceive our own selves. And I'm actually there to have entrepreneurship. I know you're an entrepreneur, so that's something you always wanted, Trish, for your life to be a business owner. That's something you always wanted to be growing up.
Yes, I would say pretty much influencer, just pretty much being an impact, or having an impact on others, to continue to keep, like, being the best version of themselves, or being the best, or doing the best in the littlest things you can do, because you can take the smallest thing and turn it into something big. So just pretty much being an influencer to others, of like not giving up and just to keep going.
Yeah, most definitely. And how do and as you're I almost say busy, as you as a woman in your stand and your stature as being a very productive woman. How do you orchestrate your day? Being an entrepreneur, artist, podcast host. How do you utilize your day? Because we know time management, everything. So, in a life of Trish, how do you go about constructing your day?
That's a big one, because my days are always super busy. So sometimes I'll take like one day out the week to like write down a plan, or like a agenda, a weekly agenda for myself. And sometimes my days or weeks be so busy, I don't even get to accomplish everything that I write down, because, like, the time be just going by so fast. But like, jumping on the podcast today, like, I had like a super busy day. So like I said, yes, my days are always busy. And to whoever that is an entrepreneur, are on the way to becoming an entrepreneur, like, if you cannot accomplish something, just pick it back up tomorrow, because you don't want to overwhelm yourself with everything you're doing. So like I said, if you can't accomplish something today, pick it back up where you left off tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true, and that's true. I always pick it back up. Staying consistent. That's another thing. Staying consistent. Staying focused. Focus on your task at hand. Have your mission statement at hand. Have your have everything in line up. Have everything in place. As some people say, have your ducks in a row, and that's what you should do. Have all your ducks in a row. Just do something that you love to do. Be passionate about what you do. Take seriously what you do. Don't never take anything lightly, because we only got one life to live, ladies and gentlemen, and we really want to make that life worth meaningful. We want to make that life worthwhile. We want to look back and say, "Hey, I did this." I want to look back and say, "Hey, I made it," and you want to look back and say, "I claim it," and I'm walking into it. and I'm really just being productivity. It's all about being the best, right? It's all about becoming the best, being the best, striving to be the best. We'll go further, continue on further with the show. We're gonna jump into a quick commercial break, and we're gonna be right back here on Walking This Way Impact Wars podcast.
You just did. Don't be scared now. Keep running up on me. And I will unload this clip and blow your entire dick off your fucking body.
Bitch, I told you, him and that slimy asshole, we about to get that ass and snatch that bitch by the band.
Sir, ma'am, I said shut the fuck up.
Lock down every airport, bus station, and train station within 100 miles from us.
Please, I'm sorry.
I know you won't, Mr. D'Angelo.
Sorry.
Mahogany Raspberry is a notable name in the entertainment industry for a great talent. She is a model, radio host, voiceover artist, writer, entertainer, actor, and an amazing director who has built a formidable and amiable brand for herself. She is a vibrant, diligent, versatile, and devoted goal-getter who often empties herself into every role and never ceases to crack fans' rave with the interpretation of a comic role. She later dived into a radio show, Miss More Intimate Talk Radio. The radio show hosted for 4 amazing years, raising different subjects of discussion, featuring intimate conversations about life and cultures, and she has also been featured in several TV shows and web series. Been recognized and interviewed by many notable magazines. She has equally trained with Javon Johnson and Mariska Phillips, to mention a few of her pieces of training. Her movies and theatre performance include In the House Seater, Self Quarantine, Wild City, Sister Soldier, Love Bugs, A Split Second, Preaching Lies, The Conscience, Threesome, Fatal Attraction, Snapped, Irreversible Desires, The Story Before the Glory, Stick Me Up, Wide Open, Trans Me Reloaded, Tiffany and Jones Season 1 and Season 2, Irreversible Desires, Can't Get Right, just to mention a few. In 2022, she was nominated and awarded Best Supporting Actor at the Atlanta DSM Awards, where she was crowned Queen of the Eagles and named Ngozi, which means blessing. She has also gotten many recognitions and award nominations to her name. DSM Awards team is once again delighted to honor a notable, elegant and resourceful African-American woman for her contributions to the entertainment industry and also for being an exemplary leader. She's continued to motivate many with a great talent and a beautiful personality. The African-American community is proud to have Mahogany Raspberry as ours. Congratulations, Mahogany Raspberry. We appreciate you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Here is Walking This Way's Impact Wars podcast. I am Furman Jackson Jr. I'm the CEO and founder of Walking This Way's Impact Wars podcast. Broadcast once again here in the DFW, that's Dallas Fort Worth, Texas. And I'm very excited to have the extraordinary Trish with me, Trish B here with me on the podcast. She has to do podcast, relaunch, win like a champion. She does music on cosmetic line. All right, Trish, you're doing cosmetics, you're doing podcasting, you're doing music. What's next for you? What's your next agenda for you on the next chapter of your life? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Trish, you there?
Yes, I had relocated, so I'm out in the Atlanta, Georgia area. So
Okay.
we have like so many trees, and my connection is just horrible right now. And I do apologize.
Oh, good. So, okay, last time we did this, you was in Milwaukee, so you the ATL. So how was that transition from Milwaukee to the ATL?
It
Big
is
shout out to ATL.
it it's amazing being out in Atlanta because you're able to make a lot of different type of connections. And like I said, I do apologize for the poor connection because there's so many trees.
I mean, you good. You must be in the country. You must be in the
And then it
boonies.
also keeps cutting me off. So,
Oh, you good. Like I said, I know we're not gonna prolong. I know
are you
the
able to hear
location.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear. So, I mean, so how has the business scene been for you in Atlanta? Oh, she got that. Oh, hey, we're gonna jump. We got technical difficulties going on here. Hey, we're gonna jump right. Be patient. We're gonna jump right back into right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey people, are you ready? Hey, give the people what they want. Let's solve a problem about color of skin. Don't matter the eyes, look within. Where you from? Which way you're going? Forget foolish aims. New wind is blowing. People power children. People power. People power. Point of view, yes. Don't say you're wrong when you show your right. Not your brother, you must fight. Oh no. Remember the question. It's taking you too long. People, unite and be strong. Live long. Your people power, children. People power. Look at you. People power. Steady. People now. Listen. Never, never, never say you're wrong when you show you're right. Don't fight. There's bound to be solutions for world unity. People, free your mind from captivity. Your people power, children. People power, look at you. People power, on the double now. Now make no trouble now. Right away. Hey, I'm on la, are we too? Your people power for you. I'm on la, are we?
Hey, what's up, Bear? This is Furman Jackson Jr. I'm CEO and founder of Walking the Way Impact Football, the great lead the studio. But also, man, y'all remember the graveyard. Everybody had one thing in common. They thought they were going to see tomorrow, and they didn't. Remember, let's live life like it is our last. And most importantly, love yourself, respect yourself, cherish yourself. And I will be back here tomorrow here on Walking in This Way's Impact Wars podcast. Man, y'all have a great night, and we got this thing. Peace.